Part 4. Vulnerability. We live in a highly technological and computerized world. The human mind can figure out how to go to the moon and even how to send a robot to Mars. We communicate via internet. Yet, we have not figured out this virus. It has brought our world to a halt. It doesn't stop at national borders. It does not make any distinction between poor and rich, even though the rich have the luxury of social distancing and better health systems, which is unimaginable in a slum or camp setting. We thought we could manage and control it all, and the virus shows us we cannot. COVID confronts us with sickness and death. Each one of us can become sick, not only from COVID, and each one of us will die, sooner or later. This is just a fact, but it is a fact which we don't want to look at. We are part of creation and its life-death cycle. We are not all-powerful, not almighty, and not God. We are human and very vulnerable. In the old monastic life, there was a tradition called ars moriendi, the art of dying, which was the habit to imagine your own death, to consciously deal with it and become familiar with it. Even in our congregation, we had the tradition of meditating on our own death. This helps to see death as a normal part of life and its cycle. It also helps us to live in the present more attentively and appreciate every moment and every sign of life. Viruses are part of our life, and very often they are very useful and necessary, for example, in our digestive system. So COVID-19 is not the enemy, but we need to learn to live with it. Life and death are not absolute values, but goods which need to be weighed in relation to other goods. What is important is that we don't reduce the human being to its biological sphere. We have social and spiritual needs, and the challenge is to find ways to attend to these needs. This is the challenge for mission. What will our mission look like in the new normal with COVID-19? How can we practice pastoral care? And here's a very good resource by Brené, The Power of Vulnerability, a TED Talk. Resilience and hope for the future. What can help us to go through this difficult time is resilience. Resilience is the capacity to recover, respond, and bounce back from challenging times. The goal here is not only to bounce back into the old shape, but to become able to invest in a good future. From a psychological point of view, the following are helpful behaviors which lay the groundwork for our well-being in difficult times. Get enough sleep. Get regular physical exercise. Aerobic, like brisk walking, reduces anxiety, depression, insomnia, and enhances well-being. Eat healthy, fruits and vegetables. Let go of tobacco, no or little alcohol. Control obesity. Practice a hobby, music, playing an instrument, the flute, singing, art, gardening. Be social. Take time for good relationships, for friendships. Recreation. Personal and communal recreation, for example, playing cards, skippo, and so on. Create community. Create community schedules that encourage exchange and meaningful conversations. Strengthen spiritual reading and your prayer life. Meaningful liturgies and rituals can help. Give yourself a daily structure. Practice mindfulness. Express gratitude. Be positive. Challenge your negative thinking. Help others. Go out of yourself. Celebrate life in all its forms. Practice humor. Some questions for reflection. Which of these behaviors am I already practicing? Which could I practice more? In which of these behaviors are we strong as a community? Where can we still grow? How can I, as a leader, assist my sisters, our communities, our collaborators? Mindfulness is another way to become more resilient. Mindfulness means the basic human ability to be fully present, aware of where we are and of what we are doing without judging. In an attitude of mindfulness, we try not to be overly reactive or overwhelmed by what is going on around us. There is a lot of research on the effects of mindfulness on us and on our brains. With the regular practice of mindfulness, it is possible to even influence the physical structure of your brain. We know it in our Christian tradition as meditation. In a deep form of meditation, even our brain waves measurably change, and the level of awareness alters. Quotation: "The ultimate purpose of human existence is to bring presence into the world, being in the flow with Christ." Eckhart Tolle. Mindfulness is learning how to live with ambiguity, uncertainty, even with fear, and learning to balance knowing with unknowing. It is the entrance door to faith. It needs methods of prayer and meditation and a great deal of patience to practice them. As people of faith, we trust that our good God, creator of heaven and earth, holds our cosmos and us as humans in his loving hands. This trust and faith are a very strong motivation to keep us going, even if, humanly speaking, we are in the dark. Quotation: "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29. What is my meditation practice and experience? How can I be present? What daily practices help me to be mindful of the present moment, of myself, of others, and of creation? How can I invest my energy and myself in a good future, which I might not yet fully see. And here again you have some very helpful materials.